Welcome back to another video. I'll keep this a little bit nice and short and sweet. I bought myself a brush, I've got myself some polytrol, and I'm going to try and make my pop top look shiny again. Nice.
I can't take the credit for this, so I'd like to give a massive shout out to Dan, an awesome subscriber who posted his idea on the Dubbed Out Community Facebook page. You're a legend, buddy. Thank you. Your van may be at risk if you do this yourself. Proceed with caution, subject to status, no written details on request. So let the restoration of the pop top commence. I grabbed my trusty ladders from the garage and went for a closer inspection. The pop top was in way worse shape than I'd initially thought, and I was sceptical that the polytrol, #NotSponsored, would make a difference to the amount of fade that the roof had. Well, I was about to be massively surprised, so stay tuned to find out if and what happened when I applied it. I began cleaning the pop top with soap and water to get rid of any oils, waxes, muck and grease, so that the polytrol would have the best chance of working. Because I'm super lazy, I chose not to remove the solar panels. No other reason than that. You can of course remove yours if you wish. As you can see, my ladders are super stable and not wobbling around at all. Don't do what I do. In this bit here where the arrow's pointing, you can actually see where the old solar panels were before I changed them, and that part hasn't faded at all. I find that a bit odd because that's been exposed for well over a year. Anyway, I also thought I'd give the solar panels a quick clean off just to maximise their efficiency now summer's arrived.
So that's the cleaning process done and dusted. I used Fairy Liquid because I think that's one of the best degreasers out there, and then went back with a clean cloth and some plain water just to take it all back off again. Now I'm going to wait 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes for it to dry. It's not a cold day, but it's not a sunny day, and that's an important thing to take into account as well. If you've got a black pop top like I have and the sun's shining on it, it's going to be properly hot, and it says on the tin not to apply it when it's too warm or hot. So this is the perfect day. It's about 20 degrees, the clouds are in, and it's dry, which is unheard of when I'm doing DIY on van. Nice. Right then, I think we're going to get the kettle on while I'm waiting for that to dry. Lovely.
It's not an official YouTube video without a coffee segment.
Right, it's time to go put the first application on, and because the internet is watching, I've put some safety gloves on. Lovely. Right, let's do this.
So while editing this part of the video, I actually couldn't stop watching it. I was mesmerised by the way the stuff went on, so I've kept it in for your enjoyment. But for those who are here on YouTube on a clicking mission and not for the journey, you can skip all of this if you like. On the tin it says apply liberally, so at the start I did, but after a while I realised that a small amount goes a very long way. I know I probably should have, but I wasn't applying it very carefully. I mean, I was making sure I wasn't splashing it onto the solar panels or any other parts of the van, but this stuff is so forgiving, it even settles flat with no brush strokes or marks either. At this point, I was properly impressed with the results. Now, I know what you're thinking, how is he working so fast? Well, here's a little secret for you. I've fast forwarded this bit because although it's satisfying to watch, it was a 10-minute clip, and even the hardiest of my subscribers would have reached their limit, grabbed their remote and fast forwarded this part, so you can thank me later. For those still watching this bit, if you enjoy this kind of content, van DIY, trips away in the van, hikes, family and solo camping with campsite tours, why not click on the subscribe button? It's free and it takes about 30 seconds. Ta muchly. Even when putting it on super thick and gloopy like this, after a few passes with a paintbrush to thin it out, it flattened and the brush strokes just went away. You'll see at the end when I do a really close pass of the finished product. It's proper ace. I can already hear the keyboards tap tap tapping. Why didn't you use a separate pot so you could dip the brush in it? It's a valid question. However, there is a super technical reason why I didn't pour it into another pot, and the answer is, couldn't be arsed. Don't come here for technicals. I was painting my roof with some polytrol stuff. I couldn't be asked to pop it in a coupe. But the main point was, I applied this stuff because it's properly mint. And now for the results. I'm genuinely impressed. I didn't think that for one moment it would end up looking as good as it did. The pop top looks just as good as the day I bought it. Even after a week of applying it, I keep looking out of the upstairs window at the van, grinning at my achievement. I know I'm not alone when it comes to staring at your van out the window. It's the same as looking at your baby when they're sleeping, but without the knowledge that at some point you're going to have to change its shitty nappy. Instead of doing what any normal person would and calling it a day, I decided to see what the polytrol would look like if I applied it to the bumpers. I do this so you don't have to. So I began the same process as the pop top by cleaning them from grease and mud and making sure they were dry. And then I began to apply the polytrol. I'll be honest, when I'm using a product that's as good as this, I do need somebody stood behind me telling me to step away from the brush and stop painting things. Otherwise, I get properly carried away. After spending an unacceptable time trying to figure out what to say in this segment, I decided I was just going to tell you that I was trying to figure out what to say in this segment. My actions speak louder than words though, and one thing to add is that on the tin it does say to wipe off any excess liquid, something that I didn't show in the videos. There wasn't much on the bumpers to be honest, and I didn't have to wipe off any excess from the pop top at all after brushing it on and spreading it quite thinly. Same as the pop top, it went on like a dream, and after finishing the rear bumpers in about 3 minutes flat, I moved on to the front bumpers to make them all shiny too. This of course is personal preference, but I do like shiny bumpers. And that's it, done. I eventually put the brushes away. Not only that, I also gave the wing mirrors a bit of a coat too, because they were looking a bit scrappy. Now they don't, they look lovely.
So that's me pretty much done. Pop top's looking snazzy and shiny like it's new again, which is ace, and the bumpers are looking all snazzy and nice. Now I know it's not to everybody's taste having shiny bumpers, but that's how I like them, and I think that, you know, this product should hopefully keep them looking like that without me having to reapply kind of gels and things like that to make them look nice every single time I wash the van. Only time will tell as to how long it will last, and I'll keep you guys updated. It's currently May 2024, so don't ask me in a month. I'll probably do an update in about 6 months time from this point forward. And if I've done an update and it's 6 months on and you're watching this video, then I'll put a link either here or in the description so you can go look at the update on how the bumpers are doing and also the pop top. Some eagle-eyed viewers are probably thinking, but didn't you put Forever Black on your bumper? Yes, I did put Forever Black on my bumper. Now, the Forever part of Forever Black is slightly misleading in the sense that you do have to reapply it. Well, I had to reapply it more often than not. So I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way of doing this because it's the only bit of the van that I hate cleaning. I love making the bodywork all shiny and stuff, but when it comes to doing the bumpers, it's fiddly and awful and I don't like it. So I thought to myself, rather than reapplying the Forever Black this time, 6 months on from the last application, I thought to myself, let's try this new product that somebody thankfully on Dubbed Out Community had recommended, and it's gone all right so far. Don't know. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bit of a short one this week, but hopefully an informative one. It's either something that you're going to look at and go, I'm definitely not doing that, or, you know, I'm going to give that a go. So, yeah, that's about it. I think I'm done. Right, see you next week. See you, bye! So, I've resorted to... Thinking. Oh shit, do that again without decking it. That's better, they will thank me for that. I don't think it's classed as legal work on the van if you don't stop after every process to have a cuppa, and then when you're finished, stop and have a beer and admire your thing that you've done that day. Stupid! One size fits all. Oh, I've got no microphone on. Latex free, whatever it is, all that jazz. And I reckon this is probably going to take longer than actually doing the actual thing itself. Right, we're gloved up. Bend over. Can't put that in.